Hey friends, Dr. Christy here, and I just want to talk again about the importance of stress and cortisol and how that impacts the body and what we can do about it, okay? So I was actually having a conversation with a friend last week, and she asked me a brilliant question, and it was, in my opinion, what is the best way to reduce cortisol? Like, what are my methods for telling patients how to reduce their cortisol levels? And I had to think about that because to me, once again, it's so individualized. Elevated cortisol can be because you're not sleeping well. You can have elevated cortisol because you have a metabolic disorder where your blood sugar is dysregulated, or you're diabetic, or you have hormonal imbalances, right? You could also have high cortisol because you have an infection or some kind of chronic issue of some kind. Anything, once again, that causes stress in the body, whether that's structural stress, immune stress, physical or chemical stress, emotional stress, all impacts your cortisol levels. So when reflecting on that question, what is the best way to reduce cortisol levels? Of course, it depends on the person and what the root cause of those elevated cortisol levels are. But if you nailed me down for an answer, my answer was actually meditation. And meditation is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It doesn't look the same for everyone. But for me, when I really learned to meditate in the best way that served my body and my emotional state, it's so powerful to be able to just go deep within yourself and be present and be quiet and focus on your breath and whatever it looks like for you, where you can observe the thoughts going by. Believe me, there's no such thing, at least not in my head, of shutting the lights off or shutting down any thoughts. My mind is constantly going. But offering myself an opportunity to just say, we're going to take a break from those thoughts. We're just going to hit the pause button on those, let them go by and be aware of them, but not actually engage with them because they don't necessarily belong to you, was a game changer. Once again, there's no wrong way to meditate. To me, the only wrong way is to not do anything at all, to not give yourself the opportunity of what that opportunity can provide you with, which is total and complete peace of mind and really normalizing and balancing out your nervous system function, and therefore over time lowering your cortisol levels. It's actually been shown that you can lower your cortisol levels in the meditation session as is in that moment. Now, let's say you meditate 5 minutes a day. If you're really stressed, I recommend 10 minutes a day, just saying. But let's say you can only do 5 minutes a day. Cool. Those 5 minutes can be profoundly impactful than if you didn't do those 5 minutes at all. Giving yourself 5 minutes of pure, uninterrupted you time and you space where you're focusing on your breath and you're really, really focusing on just being fully present and allowing things to just go by. Total game changer for your body, mind, and spirit. So that's my quick tip for your day, is whatever meditation looks like for you. Sometimes it can be coloring, sometimes it can be some music, sometimes it can be a walk. I personally just like to sit in quiet in my yard and nature and just take some deep breaths in and out and just allow my mind to go wherever it goes. And when my little alarm goes off 10 minutes later or so, I come back to reality and I can crush my day in a way that I was not able to without taking that time initially. So just my thoughts for your day. If you have any questions, as always, drop them below and I'll talk to you soon.